Hello, welcome back to Father of Two Plays Pillars of Eternity Blind. Last time we started our adventure down into the Temple of Aethys here, and we're ready to continue. So let's make sure we check for traps. We've been whooping butt on these specters this time. Oh, we got a book. And potions. Lockpicks, that's very handy. Thank you very much. His sword looks cool. Let's give that to Halcyon. And I guess we'll be doing some reading before we continue on. Hi, kitty. You gotta remember, that's not just a normal cat. It's an undead, like, zombie cat. Its flesh is hanging off of its bones, but it's very affectionate. I thought maybe it would affect our discourse with other people. They might think us strange because we have this undead cat, but I also think the idea is kind of cool. The Deerwood Part 5, The Proliferation of Animancy. Okay, let's check. Part 4. Part 5. Yeah, okay, so we've read that one. Most likely, Aethosian Prayer. And the sun shall break through the darkness, the new dawn arriving with the rebirth of the day. Rejoice, all ye who dwelleth in the shadow, who are broken and beaten. The winter soon comes to an end. Spring shall rise, bringing light and life to the world. Radiant light, radiant life, and thy soul shall find warmth in its arms. All creatures bask in his glory, the rays of his countenance bathe the world, bringing an end to the night, ushering in the day. Kneel before him and wonder at his benevolence, feel the warmth of his radiant presence. If thou art broken, he shall make thee whole. If thou art in darkness, he shall bring thee to light. If thou art sinful, thou shalt be reborn. If thou art cold, his warmth shall bolster thee. How canst I, so lowly and worn, speak word of proper adulation? Thine eyes, whose gaze sees the sin in me, yet still shows love. Thine hands, whose grip pulls me out of the darkness. Thine ears, listening to my every prayer. Thine heart, bright as the dawn, bringing me warmth when I am raw. Aethys, light of the spring, sun of the world, thou givest me life and purpose. If thine heart be black, if thine intentions be impure, thy life is forfeit. For he hath seen, he can see, he will see. Nothing is hidden from his glory. His light touches every corner of the world, nothing is hidden from his sight. If thou dost thy work in the dark, thou wouldst keep thine actions hidden, thou shalt be burned in the sun of the new dawn. Day comes soon, prepare for the dawn, nothing is hidden from his reach. Crumpled notes. This letter is fairly intact, though the parchment itself has been crumpled. Jester? I know that the temple baths boast great healing properties and that your back ails you still. Still, I would ask that, if you are to indulge for the greater part of the day, you give over the key to the sanctum to someone else for safekeeping. This is not the first time we have been forced to wait to perform the day's rites, and Rectrix Obrica is often too far below to hear our knocking. Okay, so the key is in the baths. That's what that says to me. More lockpicks we could put away. We'll keep the torch handy for now. These can go to Eder, I think. I guess we could stack those up on him. What is minor recovery? I don't know if I know what that one does. -4 duration of active hostile effects. -20% duration for hostile effects for 30 seconds. I adjusted my chair way too low. I was just adjusting it. Okay, let's keep going here. These potions are generally called upon to void the body of poisons and similar afflictions, though variants have been developed which do their work in a less messy fashion. These concoctions reduce the time needed for an affected individual to recover. Okay, well, let's look for that key, shall we?
Of course.
You're so agreeable, Eder. Or dear. Let's have... Now, Durance is my highest.
Test.
Requires 1 lockpick. My highest.
That's settled.
Mechanics.
Hey.
But I think I'm going to specialize Halcyon into that. Okay, let's save. Okay, we got 1 shadow. Shadows are easier than shades, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, now... Wish I could quick slot my wolf. I guess it doesn't matter. I click on the guys most of the time anyway. He can attack from behind, usually. Might as well just attack. Something I've really noticed in these games, and I guess by these games I mean classic RPGs, is your equipment can be just as much of a level up as actually leveling. Or very close, in my approximation. Could mean a lot. Right, I should have been sneaking. However, I think 1 black ooze will not be too much of a problem for our party.
Let's see what lies this way.
Okay. Everyone attack there. I think that's all for right now. Okay, there's more oozes. Oh, I meant to pause it and we had just killed that spirit, so... I actually unpaused it. You might as well... use your second wind right away here. You're marking, so let's have the wolf take on the black ooze there. Oh, I didn't notice she was getting so badly injured. My bad. Let's slow things down a bit here. This guy needs to get dealt with right away.
Yes.
You can wait
What?
to get in there. Not you. You get in there.
Hey. That's not...
Now you can go over there. Okay, I think we've done enough chanting, so we could summon some skeletons over here, over there, over here. Over here, over there. Might be too little, too late. On the skeletons. There we go. Black ooze, the larger one, is quite difficult, actually. I don't know if it even matters. Everyone's... Oh, we can heal the skeletons. I didn't even think of that.
Hey.
Okay, she's doing not too bad. However, a deer could probably use that. Alright.
Hey.
To the stash with it.
Of course.
So, still dark waters are reflected as black, or reflective as black glass. Huh, I didn't expect there to be so much over here. There's stairs over there as well. These stairs go up somewhere.
Light, flame, and sound.
Let's save.
Keep to ourselves.
Our first proper dungeon. I guess the place under the keep is also a proper dungeon. We just haven't gone far. What the hell? Oh, it's a sculptor? Yeah, okay. I thought it was a minotaur for a second. Can we not get it? Oh, I see. There's some debris blocking us getting good position. Oh, my dear lord. Another Skulder King. Okay. Jeez. We're going to save. And I'm going to take a quick look at scrolls or anything like that I have that could help. That could really help. What if we try a little tricky business here and have these guys line up here? And have him, Kana, wait just behind Durance as well. And then have these two sneak
How
up.
may I help?
No, you know what? Just him.
How may I
even.
help?
Hey,
What is it?
And
Yes?
we'll kind of make a wall here.
hey.
And we're gonna have to have him do more encounters. That's almost guaranteed. Now, let's use the Scroll of Tanglefoot on them. I don't know if this will help us at all. He looks bigger than the other one, but maybe I'm just zoomed in further than the first time I fought one. Right, scroll in here. Must be in combat to use that. Okay. So we'll wait
How
you
may I
back
help?
here then.
Yes.
Thought I could use it to
course.
initiate the combat. I guess I kind of could. Okay. Now back up here. Adir, go here. Let's have you guys no. Should we stay at the stairs? Maybe if we stay at the stairs, they
Yes.
can't quite get past. Well, they can't. They wouldn't be able to either, because I can't get past. Now, can we use the Tanglefoot? Let's hope it casts fairly quickly.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay. That's not quite what I wanted. Now, let's knock this guy down. Wolf could get in there, you get in there. I think this would be a good time for this spell. And Durance, get up closer. Kana, attack him. Same with you, Halcyon. Oh, why aren't you attacking Kana?
hey.
Okay, instant death for that guy.
I have.
Alrighty. Now let's make another decision here. Another spell? No, we haven't even... This one hasn't even gone off, has it? Okay. Yeah, I think this would be a good time for one of these. If not now, when? And we're not even at 1 chant yet, so... Okay. Now, Durance. Think we will use a Bless. Armor of Faith. No, I think that's effective. Now, the wolf is down. What if I do this?
That's not right.
Saved him for a second. The king's attacking him, that's why. Let's mark him. Okay. Gotta be careful here. Oh, we got a guy past. It's the king. Time for another spell, I think. That's gonna hit Kana. Back up. No, wait, maybe we'll use something like this. Durance. Okay, Halcyon took a big hit already. This Skulder's almost dead. Oh, there's 2 Skulder Kings. I had no idea. Kana. Take out that guy, hopefully. Durance. Use that. Oh, she disengaged. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't think it would be a disengagement. Okay, you got knocked down, so back up. Durance, go help over there when you're done. Oh, he's still casting, though. Aloth. Let's try and dazzle him. Okay. Kana, this guy. Halcyon, you're doing what you gotta do here. Any potions for her? Generation. That might help us. Okay. Heal yourself. What do we do with Kana? We use that. What's that? That lowers the defense, right? Damage reduction. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to use this. No, wait. I want to move up here first. Then I want to use this. In fact, let's move even closer and... Okay. Maybe I should have Aloth do some damage over here. And keep firing. No, kinda. Keep firing. That one's almost down, so let's focus some damage over there. Okay. Everybody on him now. Everybody on him now. Oh, Durance has taken some hits. Let's try and bring... Oh, it doesn't matter. He's dead. Alright. 2 Skulder Kings down. Man, that was a thing. That was something that happened, and it was exciting. Okay. I can't believe how well that went. Feeling accomplished after that. And I'm gonna walk into traps while I'm feeling accomplished. Pilgrim's Last Vigil. Properties of Resolve +1 and Perception +1. Hello. I might have put that into my stash, but that is definitely a wearable item. Yes, indeed. For Adir here? Oh yeah, isn't that awesome? Good stuff.
Hey.
Oh, that was awesome. Everything about that. So there's a way up there. There's still a couple more ways to check. This place is much big, and there's a way down. Let's see. There's a way down over here, there's a room over here, there's a room down here, and it looks like that's about it. But still, that's a lot. Who knows what that way down... It might lead to another floor, for all I know. So good thing we conserved as many of our spells as we could. What is this about? Can't inspect it from this side. There's a screech of metal and a snapping noise as you pull the lever. Let's send Halcyon first. Let's save, because something seems to be going on here. And let's send Halcyon first. Okay, there's like a soul to speak with here.
Remind me never to help kill my god again.
There are faint scratches upon the brickwork by door hinges. This stand rocks unsteadily on its base. It seems that the mechanism is broken. Some of the gold leaf on these relics has chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There are tooth marks upon one of the bowls. Well, let's bring Durance in to check for traps. Oh, he found something.
Over there.
Minor regeneration. Spirit shield. Surrounds the caster with a shield of spirit energy, granting an increased damage reduction and concentration bonus. Well, that sounds good for a mage. So you don't get your spells interrupted. Oh, itchy ear. Have we read that book? I guess we'll have to check into that. Okay.
A simple test. That's settled.
Hello. Guan's Share. Unique flail, one-handed, speed, fast, interrupt, 0.35, weak. Damage 10 to 15, crush damage, accuracy versus deflection, plus 30% of grazes converted to hits, 20% of damage restored as endurance, ooh, fine, plus 4 accuracy, plus 15% damage, and it could be enchanted more. A lesser-known aspect of the god Aethys, Guan, represents the cyclic nature of life and the seasons, and is often portrayed as a farmer wielding a scythe. He enjoys popularity among more rural followers of Aethys, who are drawn to his varying identities as provider, shepherd of the dead, and defender against injustice. Guan's Share is said to have been crafted by a distraught Deerwooden smith after the destruction of his home by a Glanfathan raiding party. Upon arriving at a neighboring settlement, the smith immediately set about his work, intending to craft a weapon suited to righting the wrongs done to his village. Toiling over several weeks, he was able to fashion a heavy flail covered in small, sickle-shaped blades, with which he was determined to send any returning invaders into the afterlife. Awesome. I don't know if that'll be better for him or not, and a pry bar. I can't. Bloodstone. Bloodstone is traditionally a dark stone, often a deep green, but the presence of pockets of iron or red jasper resembling blood spatter have given the stone its name, as well as its value. Alright. Time for an encounter with the dead. Lost Spirit. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure, features a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as if you have stepped sideways into a new life. You're racing down a flight of stairs following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you, a fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wirton has joined you here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment and then looks past at someone else. "I'll come back once they're gone," he's saying. "You're being pressed along by the crowd," and his words... Oh, that's not... You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. "Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, relics gleam like welcoming stars." Sometimes I don't see the quotations, don't end the voice. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There is a cracking noise, somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after with what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring to your right, the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotion. "I'm sorry, I hope you find some peace in the next life." The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. "No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird." Gather the remains. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. Yeah, that would be gruesome. So he left them in here to, like, starve and, well, die of thirst,
Hey,
apparently?
I'll see what I
And
can
I'm gonna
find.
assume that's the Lord that we took out, too. I think that's what happened. He had this place sealed up with the priests inside. Terrible. That poor guy. It's pitch black and you're all starving, and also more than starving, you're going thirsty and people are digging into each other. to drink blood that's probably not going to hydrate you. Okay, let's check this room first.
Nice and quiet. Hey.
Hold on. Here we go.
Hey.
Come on. There we go.
Hey.
Now, we're not going to be able to get past him unless they come in or teleport through the door, so we're going to send him ahead. Oh, right, we were also going to see if this is a suitable weapon for him. Whispers of Yenwood. Let's compare here. There we go. So, this one does more damage. Its interrupt is better. This one's faster, though. 20% of grazes become hits, so that's better on this. Better accuracy against spirits and damage, and it gives us constitution, but it lowers our will. I think this is better because it gives us +4 accuracy and plus 15% damage to everything, so it's not quite as good against wraiths. But I think that could be a suitable weapon for Halcyon then. As a backup. Instead of the spear. The spear was working good, but I think this will work just as well. Oh, and we have a book. Animancy in the Modern Age. Let's check that we haven't already read that. Do you think they have to have the same cover? Don't actually know. So I'm going to check them all. Animancy. Animancy. So I'm not seeing it, so let's read it. Animancy is a science both respected and reviled, sometimes by the same person. For all the research done on the topic, we still know so little. Control over life itself, something animancers have been working toward for hundreds of years. There are no real records of how the practice of animancy was first discovered, but once the spark of knowledge ignited, there was no stopping its inevitable discoveries. In 2260 AI, animancers, as a result of their extensive research, successfully contained and transferred a soul. The subject of the experiment, whose name is unknown, was young and wealthy, but infirm. The idea was to move his soul from the dying body into that of a recently deceased man who had suffered an accident. The new body, bearing only slight decay, would house the soul, giving the man a much better life. The outcome of this experiment resulted in the condemnation and outlaw of animancy in the Adiran Empire. Again, while we have no true records of what happened, as they were all destroyed after the animancy was outlawed, a journal was discovered, a makeshift confession by one of the participants. Excerpts from the journal follow. 2260 AI, Fon Prima 16th. It is done, and the gods forgive us for our arrogance, and I'm not sure what I was expecting. Certainly not that, but what did any of us expect? Still, behind the revulsion there is a sense of pride, something I can't deny. All the research, the studying, everything we worked for. We thought we'd change the world. How it's changed. All was in place, the twisted form lying on the table next to its own new vessel. The equipment had been prepared, the tinctures and potions all carefully crafted, every detail painstakingly organized to ensure success. We most assuredly succeeded. The procedure went exactly as it should. The soul, extracted from the body, held, bound in place to prevent it from moving on. Then the next step, transfer to the fresh vessel. It was beautiful and terrifying. I listened as they spoke the words of binding. I watched the soul move, not the soul itself, of course, but the vapor we used to detect it, as it lowered into the vessel. A gentle luminescence covered the body, and then nothing. Silence, darkness. I held my breath, afraid that even the slightest disturbance would destroy all our hard work. Then motion, then, dear gods, then blood. How did I survive? I do not know. The vessel rose from the slab and the room breathed. Every person crowded around the tables exhaled. Some cheered. We had made life from death. We had become eternal. The body closed its eyes and tilted its head, looking for all purposes to be listening for something, or to it. Then its eyes popped open and it moved. Its lips peeled back from its teeth in a horrible expression of fury. It fell on the nearest man, tearing his throat, knocking him to the ground. Then the room erupted into screams, shouts, and a flurry of bodies running, pushing, doing everything in their power to get away from the creatures sitting on their colleague. But right before that happened, in the split second before the chaos, when there was nothing in the air but a stunned, terrified silence, I heard it, sitting there on his chest, face at his neck. And it was feasting. Terrifying. Okay, let's give this to Durance to use. And we have a couple of traps. This one we already have. We gotta remember we have these. Because they could be very handy. Oops. Let's give her another one of these. Okay. Because it did save her life. Alright, let's continue on here. Pull some aggro.
Alright. Right then.
Oops. Paused at the wrong time. Alrighty. The trap is sprung. Guess we don't need this per se. Oh, and we finished switching weapons around, correct? Yes, we did. And anything else we should do? Might as well mark one of these suckers. Okay, the shade. The wolf. See if he can get in there. Can't. So let's back him up. Let's have Durance get in there, though. And everyone's attacking. Let's use one of these. And let's use another one. Get our fists going there. Going fairly well. Oh, except Durance is taking a punishment.
Very helpful. Hey.
Okay. Excellent. I think I might up Kana's ability with a gun. He is pretty effective, I think. Save here. You hear a grinding noise beneath your feet and the rush of water. Okay. Must have done something back there. And we'll save here, and then
keeping an eye out.
Slow ourselves down. Slow our roll a little bit. I always dink with that the wrong way. I'm still new to mouse and keyboard to a large degree. Well, at least for gaming. Okay. What do you do in this situation? Well, I guess we leveled up, so we do that. So yeah, let's focus into mechanics here some. We're spread around a little bit here. Survival mechanics. Stealth, maybe? Those three? Lore. I mean, I could up my lore just a little bit just because. Then it might help me in conversations and such. That might be a good idea in the future, but for now, I think we need to go with that. Ranger abilities. As he or she would with fleeing prey, the hunter aims for a spot that will slow the target enemy's progress, hobbling the target and inflicting raw damage over time. Yeah, that could be good. No, we have the opposite of that, so no sense going for that. The empathic bond between ranger and animal companion yields a preternatural awareness of incoming danger. Plus 15 defense against AoEs. Plus 15 defense against... Okay. Plus 10 accuracy when attacking the same target as the animal. Okay, that's a good idea. 50% damage against targets affected by a damage over time. Is that for both of us? No, just the companion, it sounds like. The ranger gains a portion of his or her animal companion's senses and instincts, becoming especially sensitive to incoming range attacks that target deflection. Defensive bond? Stalker's Link. Or wound... I think we're going to take Wounding Shot. And I'll try to remember I have that and use it effectively to help my team.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay. Let's throw out another spell. Let's actually wait. Let's have him use that. We'll take out this ooze first. Wolf. You could get in there. Halcyon. Well, we get 2 of those. Are they... They're per encounter, too. So, we'll use... Actually, we'll target this guy first. Durance. Let's have you get in there. Aloth. Now would be a good time for this, actually. And what else can we do? Who else? Kana. You take a shot here. That's my timer, but we'll obviously finish this fight first. Okay, everyone's doing something, right? Alright. Now, Adir. Attack the lesser black ooze. You also attack the lesser black ooze. Kana. Attack there. Wolf, keep attacking here. You can drop out of this. Okay, maybe not. Wolf, keep that guy busy, please. Let's wound it if we can. It's immune to that attack, it seems. Durance. Attack that one now. Alright, now everyone on this.
That's it.
2 per battle, that's pretty awesome. For the wounding shot. Take all.
Of course.
Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Guy's robes. With the key. This large silver key catches the light strangely, seeming to glow.
Hey.
Well, I guess it's maybe to this area over here, or somewhere else. Good guess, right? It's either to there, or anywhere possibly else ever. So we'll come over this way. No, wait. We'll come over this way. And we'll end the episode. So, until next time, if you enjoyed it, please leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. This is FatherofTwo, signing off.